Hey entrepreneurs, today I want to challenge you to monitor your goals more frequently and to spend more time thinking about what you love, what you really want to go after in this life. And here's why: it unlocks the greatest potential that you're going to achieve your goals. And let me just back up and just give you the research behind this. So Benjamin Harkin, University of Sheffield, he does this meta-analysis, and he includes about 20,000 different research participants in this meta-analysis. So meta-analysis is where you take whole bunch of different research studies. They're all looking at some similar variable, and you combine them with a statistical process that helps you to kind of see overall what is the data telling us, how strong is the effect that we're looking at here. And the effect that he was looking at was monitoring goal progress. And here's what they found is that the more frequently people were prompted to check in on their goal progress, in other words, how am I doing it, staying on track with going towards my goal, the more likely they were to achieve a goal, and the more progress they made toward a goal. And there was a clear connection between the more frequent the check-ins were, the greater the power effect was. So the effect size in statistics indicates not just is there a correlation, but how big is the actual impact of any variable that's changing in a research study. So what this tells us is that frequent monitoring, and that comes back to OKRs, KPIs, or literally just writing down your goals and saying, did I work towards those or not? Did I make any progress? That increases the odds that you're going to achieve your goal and that you're going to make more progress compared to if you just say, I'll think about it once per quarter, or we'll do an annual review. It's not good enough. So my challenge today is about that. I want you to be thinking about that and think about how can I increase the degree to which I incorporate this monitoring into my progress towards my goals. Now watch out, because here's one of the things that we find is pretty universally true for us humans, is that there's a part of us that's afraid to lock down a goal and to actually set, like, by this date, I'm going to achieve this. And it's because we have this fear that we won't achieve it. And so as soon as you've identified success and clearly defined what success is, fear starts to arise because, well, now you've also defined failure. And so you want to definitely frame this as, I'm going towards something that's beautiful. This goal, the challenge itself is awesome. It's not the goal that matters. It's the challenge of seeing if I can get more out of myself to go after the things I care about. So that's the first part of this challenge today. So this is a 1-2 punch we're doing today. That's the first punch. Here's the second one. The human brain thrives when it focuses on what it loves, what it wants, what it sees as good. And it's because it turns down the volume, so to speak, on the limbic system, the part of the aspects of your limbic system that are responsible for fear and anxiety. And so, for example, if I decide, I just love the beauty of nature, and I think about that. I think about here in the United States where I live, how many beautiful places there are out there that I would love to spend more time in nature, in some of the amazing national parks, for example, or even just some of the places near me here. I'd love to go to Lake Michigan shoreline and just look out at the water and just the expanse of that beautiful lake. When I think about that, it turns down anxiety. If you think about your kids, if you think about if you have a spiritual worldview and you think about what does God do that makes life beautiful, and you think about that's what's wonderful to me, that turns down your anxiety. In the same way, in business, if you say, business is a slog and there's all these problems, we're always focused on trying to fix the things that are breaking, and you never balance that with thinking, what's beautiful about being an entrepreneur? What I really love about waking up and having the opportunity to, as an entrepreneur, I sometimes say, when the entrepreneurs I'm working with, when they're struggling and stuff is going wrong, I often remind them that the job of an entrepreneur is problem solving. Because unlike somebody who shows up at a job that's been well defined for them and you're given a set of tasks, in entrepreneurship, you are constantly solving new problems, right? And so as soon as when you're at the cutting edge and you are inventing as you go, problems are going to come up. And so that's what allows you to do your work, is problem solving. So just by reframing it that way, we reduce this feeling of the world's falling apart and it's not working. And we change it to, oh yeah, this was supposed to happen, and it's me who's willing to step up to the plate and do something about that. I can create jobs in this economy by doing my job well of solving problems, unlocking value for the world, by pulling pieces together that unlock greater value than what we started with, whether it was our time, our inventions, our ideas, our marketing skills, whatever it is that we combine. And so what I'm challenging you to do today, in the second part of this 1-2 punch, is to think more about what you love and bring that into this monitoring progress. So if you are monitoring progress and you're focused more on, okay, so this is what I love, this is what I want to go for. And let's say in your business you decide we want to bring our team together more often for in-person events, and we're gonna go all out. We're gonna spend some of the company budget getting people to some beautiful tropical places, and we're going to join up there, and we're going to structure our time so that it unlocks some of the joy of working as a team towards challenging outcomes. And we're going to monitor our progress on getting there. What's going to happen? Your productivity is going to go up. Your productivity is probably going to skyrocket if you're not using some of these best practice productivity principles already. And so my goal for you today is just that you would remember how important it is to think about what you want and to monitor your progress in getting there, because those are both features of the human mind that will work for you if you just tap into them. They're very simple and they can be working in your favor. So my challenge is find 1 or 2 things that you haven't been monitoring, or things that you have been monitoring, and find a way to increase the frequency for yourself, for your team, and we'll see how that goes. Talk to you again next week.